Every day in big cities and small towns, police dogs put their lives on the line to protect us. Kim gives us a special look at these animal heroes.
This is Vernonia, Oregon. Population 2,275, a small town with a big weapon in the fight against crime. Kruger is a canine, a German Shepherd specially bred and trained to be a police dog.
Kruger just turned 6. I imported him from the Czech Republic.
Kruger's partner, handler, housemate, and best friend is Police Chief Michael Kay.
I was fortunate enough, without knowing a lot about police dogs when I bought him, to get a breeder that was reputable and got me exactly the dog I was asking for. They actually start police dogs at 8 weeks, believe it or not. And they start with simple rag work and just testing the dog's drives and whether they like to chase stuff along the floor and things like that. A dog that's really good at finding bad guys has a high prey drive. Narcotics dog has a real good, what they call hunt drive. So we start building up those drives at a very young age.
Contrary to some people's perceptions, police dogs are not vicious or mean. They're not out to attack or bite. For them, law enforcement is just a game they're highly trained for. On this day, Chief Kay is working with other canine officers to polish their dog's prowess at drug detection and suspect apprehension. And Kruger is a star.
It's just a very simple game that we play with them where they get used to playing hide and seek to look for their toy, much like you would with your dog, except their toy just happens to smell like marijuana or methamphetamines or so on. Well, the picture on the wall there, that's a lot of marijuana in those canning jars. I think the biggest part for this community is just the amount of drugs that he's deterred. He's had some successful captures here of some guys that probably wouldn't have been caught if we hadn't had a canine. I always tell people he's the quarterback and I'm the coach. And so he goes out and runs the plays, but it's my job to be kind of the safety person and be watching what he's getting into and things like that. Dogs like Kruger have a 33% chance of being involved in an officer-involved shooting because of who we're looking for.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
The gunshots sound real, but the bullets are blank. All part of a police dog's ongoing training.
Good job, Kruger!
We try to expose everything we can to them on training, so when we get out there in real life, it's just like we're playing the game all over again. We want the dog to be able to tell, this is the target, this is the threat to my handler, to the people I'm trying to protect. So it's conditioning, repetition, cues, things like that. This is all a game. Notice his tail still wagging. He's having a good time. You know, off-duty Kruger is, he likes to play. That's his big thing. If there's a tennis ball to be had, he will have every tennis ball in the house. If there's no ball, shoes will do just fine. Socks will do fine. Stuffed animals will do just fine. He's kind of a pack rat. He's just such an even-keeled dog until it's time to go to work, and then it's full tilt.
These guys live with these dogs. They, they're family, they're bonded, they play together, they eat together, and they work together, and they put their life on the line together, and they have each other's back.
That's a relationship to strive for because they're so good together and they work so well together, and that's what Thor and I strive to be.
I don't think there's any greater tool law enforcement has than a canine. Whether it's a visible deterrent, what the dog actually finds when he's out there, that extra element of safety that he provides that officer, there's nothing greater. For me, that's an extra element of safety for me. That's another tool I have in the toolbox to help protect my community. And so for me, I trust him more than I trust any human pup. That bond is just so strong, and any pet lover will understand that. But when your life depends on that dog, the ante comes up much higher on that bond.
I'm Kim Singer with Better Pets.
They're pretty amazing, don't you think? And by the way, in many communities, especially in these economic times, police dogs are funded solely through public donations. So keep that in mind the next time you see a canine. Maybe you'd like to make a contribution to the amazing work they do for us.
This has been Better.tv. For more stories like the one you just saw, catch the weekday television program Better, your source for styles, trends, relationships, beauty, fitness, and other stories that will help make your day better. Check local TV listings to see if Better airs in your city. Thanks for watching.